Good, I did manage to do that correctly because I often press the wrong button. Alan Scott from ASC Web Coach, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And first of all, thank you so much for taking the time to have a little chat with me about your experience on the recent Engaged Coach Practitioner programme. You were part of the April cohort. But before we get into the nuts and bolts of that, I thought it would be good for you to tell our audience watching at home a little bit about yourself, Alan. Do share what you do, who you are, what you're up to.
Okay, cool. On the spot. I'm Alan Scott. I'm a coach and trainer. So I have a small training affair. Majority is automotive business, but we work with small businesses, call centers, leisure centers, restaurants, hotels, variety of business. And we dabble really, we specialize in business improvement, whether it's sales, customer service, whatever. So the way we go to market is kind of a blend of coaching, training, mentoring, people development. And one of our niches is that we produce a lot of the materials, documentation, training guides that people need to continue that development afterwards. So yeah, that's what we do. Been doing for about 15 years.
Yeah. So a really firmly established business that you have, Alan, and I love all your branding. So, and I need to get that better branding myself. I've just got the orange banner. Otherwise, it's a very dull, boring grey wall.
We do a lot, as you know, Laura, a lot of virtual training. We started with virtual training in 2010, and it was really funny. We were working with a large organisation who you know well.
Yeah.
And looking back, we launched a virtual coaching program, and we literally had to go to, I think there was about 200 businesses around the country and plug the headphones in for them. It was that new, it was that, and obviously now virtual is obviously the way people live. But we still specialize in that kind of area, and making training accessible for everybody, no matter where you are, what you do, what device you've got. So we're pretty much set up for that now. My office has become pretty much a studio rather than just an office. So.
I love it. And it's so exciting that the world has embraced, I think, the technology aspect, obviously through everything that's happened, but you've been really at the forefront of that, Alan, and I've loved being part of your journey as well. So obviously being an established trainer and business coach already, what led you to decide joining the Engaged Coach Practitioner programme?
So, I think working in a training field, you're always conscious of your own self-development, and being a small business, you never have time for your own self-development. So it's very hard to commit. And up until the COVID, the changes that the COVID era brought around, I was constantly on the road. So I'd have my general workload plus maybe 15 hours a week, 20 hours a week of traveling. So you just never got the time. When I saw you starting to advertise about the program, I thought actually I'd now have the time. It's virtual, so I can absolutely attend and get involved. And it's really important for me at this point because although I'm heavily involved in coaching and training, I've worked with you in the past, Laura, and there's very few people that I would actually say, come and give me advice. I trust what you're saying. And I've seen you produce results on programs and work with different people, some more challenging than others. Yeah. So it's something I could confidently, say, yeah, actually I can invest my money. Money is not so important. My time in the program, and I'm now going to get something from it, and absolutely did. So it was a great investment.
Awesome, I love that. And it is, we've worked together before in a previous business, so we know what each other is about, and I think that's why I was really excited that you decided to choose me and also DNA Coach to be the provider for your coach certificate, which you've got a lovely. I think you've got one hanging in your office, and I sent you a second one. Is it in your bathroom?
It's in my folder. It's my cherished, because I'm terrible. I lose stuff and whatever. So I've got one up on the wall, the only certificate I've got on my wall, and we've got one stowed away safely.
I love it, because we did have a bit of a joke about that. What will you do with the other certificate? And I think it's always nice to have these things in your bathroom at home. So
you've got to manage that against my DIY skills. I can get it on the office wall. The tiles in the bathroom was a whole different ballgame. So
I love it. So tell me, Alan, genuinely, what do you feel your biggest takeaway has been from participating in, formal coach training? Tell us what you think that would be.
Quite fundamental, actually, because my background has always been to provide a solution. So, although I said previously, one of our kind of specialisms is producing materials to support, we produce whatever people need. I think on this program, it overnight the fact that sometimes it's not about providing a solution. It is about helping somebody get to their own solution, or get, just understand their own perception of things, or prioritize things, or just through discussion create or clear that pathway for them to do what they need to do, rather than saying, right, I've got a solution. It reminds me of I was listening to a speaker a few years ago. Great, I can't remember his name. It was one of those amazing American names, like Frank D'Angelo or something like that. It was a fantastic name. But he was talking about that book, Women Are from Venus and Men Are from Mars, something like that.
Yeah.
You probably know better than I do. However, it talks about the fact that one of the issues between men and women is that women just want you to listen, but men want to provide the solution. And I think from a business perspective, I always want to provide a solution, whereas now I can appreciate that actually some people just want you to listen and direct the conversation in the right way and find out their own solutions. And I found that the most in the little coaching practices that we had, because at the time I had a real issue within our own business. And I had, you stick us into a syndicate group, and I'm always the one that goes, right, listen to me. And so I got 3 or 4 different approaches to that from the other guys on the team, on the groups. And it was good because they all basically did the same thing and just pushed me to find their own answer. And we did. We solved that issue, and we continue to do that moving forward. So it was a great, and I think, hats off. It is very difficult to take such a broad subject, deliver it virtually, and get those consistent results. Because every session we came on, and were we Monday mornings? We were Monday mornings.
We were Mondays, yes.
Which, getting motivated Monday morning is sometimes a little bit challenging. But then, shortly into the session, you're kind of thinking about stuff, and then you're taking yourself out of your own business. And it just found it really beneficial. And the little coaching practices throughout, which just helped you to use some of the subject, the content that we were talking about. Was really cool, because it just, it wasn't like you're trying to teach us how to do stuff. You gave us a framework and we found it. And all of a sudden I'm sitting there going, oh, right, yeah, actually I can change my business. All I have to do is this.
Yeah.
We made some fundamental changes. A couple of things didn't work, a couple of things did, but we've got that process in place now, which is key. The communication has made me a better boss in my own business, but also it's helped me, with that broader view, to recognize some of the times where I might have been pushing a client down a solution that they weren't equipped for, or maybe it was a little bit too daunting for them at that time. So we've just made those small changes to hopefully produce a better result. And also we're going to open up a bigger part of our business to that as well. So hopefully moving forward, we'll get even more use out of it.
Yeah, definitely. And I love what you're doing with your business. You're really taking that training and coaching opportunity to even bigger audiences than you will have been familiar with in your past career, and what you're doing to take it forward. So Alan, a quick question then. Tell me, if you had someone who you thought was thinking about joining a coach training program and they were maybe on the fence, why do you think they should join the Engaged Coach Practitioner program?
See, that's not a quick question though, is it, Laura? That's a big...
Well, it's a quick question, maybe a longer answer.
I mean, the answer is simple. Why would you not? It's affordable. It's great value for money. It's better than affordable. It's funny because whilst I was on your course, I spoke to a colleague of mine who had spent probably 8 times the cost of yours for a course. And they've not been raving about it like I have. They've not been telling everybody about it. They haven't changed their business because of it, but they've got a nice certificate. So for the absolute value, why would you not? For the way that you run a group, why would you not? You're always bubbly, even on a Monday morning. Cup of tea. Is always engaging. The materials are really, really good. The platform that supports is, again, really good and accessible and worth, it's worth the price of admission on its own, to be fair. You've given me all of the documents I need, the coaching contract, all the stuff that I need to go to market as a coach or to expand my market coach. So it's why would you not rather than why would you, to be fair.
Awesome. Love that, Alan. Oh yeah, absolutely. That was a good answer. I was worried what you were going to say there. It's like we're broadcasting live, channeling Davina there. Please do not swear. We did have a little bit of a joke about that before we started though, so that's all good. Well, Alan, I genuinely love watching what you do with your business. I think you are an awesome, incredible person. I think you knew that anyway. We've known each other for quite some time. and certainly we've worked together in a past life, and I've always found you to be two wonderful things. I've always found you to be credible at 100%, and also just, you know, a good friend. You're just a good human being. So I really think the businesses you work with will get lots from you. So thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for allowing me to share this on social media as well. Have a fabby weekend when it comes, and I'll hopefully see you soon.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Take it easy. See you soon. Bye-bye.